It is hard to imagine what your community is going through right now. Can you kind of walk us through how the day unfolded for you yesterday?
Yeah, pretty terrible day yesterday. I honestly don't have the time. I think it was around the 1:20 and about 1:20 in the afternoon. Tumbler Ridge RCMP had issued an alert, shelter in place and lock your doors due to an active shooter at the secondary school. It didn't say that the shooter was inside the school. It didn't say the shooter was outside the school. So, I know myself, that's what we did. We followed the alert, and to me, that's all the residents were notified about the active shooter here in Tumbler Ridge.
And so how are you doing today? I mean, that seems like such a ridiculous question to ask, but I guess what are the emotions that you and your community are going through?
Yeah, I mean, I think yesterday was a pretty tough day, and like Tumbler Ridge is small, 2,700 people-ish. So to me, it's one big family. It's not residents. We're a big family, and right now we just gotta support each other and have an ear if somebody needs an ear, or a shoulder if somebody needs a shoulder or a hug. I think today, as today goes on, we'll be able to be out in the community more. Yesterday was a real tough day for the community, for family members, for the teachers, the RCMP, our volunteer fire department, BC ambulance, our doctors, our nurses. Again, everybody knows everybody here. So with the lockdown, it came off last night just before 7, at 6:46 when they canceled the shelter in place. So I think we'll be able to get out more today and be there with our families and have that time to talk.
Speaking of how everyone is a family there because the community is so small, everyone probably knows the victims or knows of them. There's some sort of connection. Have you spoken with any of the victims' families? Have you had a chance to talk with anyone?
No, I have not. Again, as the RCMP worked through the process and the investigation, I'm not sure when all families were notified. And again, we got to give them time to grieve. But again, like you said, I'll know every one of them.
Mm-hmm. What is your messages to residents and the families that have lost loved ones or have injured ones in hospital right now?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is Tumbler Ridge is a strong, vibrant community. And like I said, we're one big family, and we just got to support each other and work through this as a family. And, have your ears available, your shoulder, or give hugs, and just work through the process. We're going to have some counselors coming into the community today to help. But yeah, I think we just need to, be there for everybody in Tumbler Ridge, the parents, the teachers, all of our first responders. I think that's the biggest thing is, if you need something, you need help, you need an ear, we need to reach out to other members of the community and know that you can come out and talk to each other and not hold it in. I think we got to come together as a community.
So important to lean on one another. And I would imagine with it being such a small community, I mean, this is something that you hear in the tabloids and in large cities, even more in the States than you do in Canada. I would imagine this is something you could never fathom happening in your own community.
No, I don't think anybody fathoms that.
No.
Nobody wants to see it or go through it.
I know the RCMP investigation is just getting going, and there's only so much that you're allowed to reveal. Can you give any details on where that is at? Do you know any details? Have you spoken with police?
Yeah, I actually don't have any details. We were updated by the RC, or I was, I shouldn't say we, I guess, talk about myself. Yesterday evening, pretty much the statement they released last night. I think as the investigation goes on, they'll keep us updated and the community. And I think that helps too, as we work through maybe some of the true facts and stuff. And I think it kind of helps with the grieving, find out what happened and, how can we support, what do we need for support in the community as this investigation goes on. So I think it's, we'll have to wait to the RCMP, and they really spoke about it yesterday, just needing that time to do the proper job of the investigation. But I would think we'll see an update today at some point.
And speaking of that support, it must mean a lot to be hearing from the Prime Minister, from the Premiers of both BC and Alberta. Team Canada issued a statement for your community just about thoughts and prayers being with everyone there.
Yeah, provincial government in BC here reached out right away. Minister of Health, Josie Osborne, Nina, Minister of Public Safety, same with the federal Minister of Public Safety, and pretty much want to know what we need. And my biggest thing is we're going to need counsellors with boots on the ground to help support this community and the family members here. And yeah, we've seen it across Canada, all the messages coming in. I mean, I think there's messages from England today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are coming in from all over the world. There's no question about that. Mayor, I really appreciate you taking the time. Is there anything else that, I know we have a lot of viewers in your community, is there anything else that you wanted to, any message you wanted to give?
Yeah, again, I think we need to support each other, and if you need help, you need to reach out. And as these councillors come to the community, they're here to support all of us, and we just need to really stay close as a family and help each other out through this process. And be open. Like I said, the biggest thing is having the ear when somebody needs an ear, or the shoulder, or the hug. And I know Tumbler Ridge, we'll get through that.
All right, Mayor, thank you again. Our thoughts and our prayers are with you and everyone in that community. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much for having me.